everyone, I'm Chuck, and in this video I'm going to compare the big three hypercars in Assetto Corsa. I will be pitting the Ferrari LaFerrari, the McLaren P1, and the Porsche 918 against each other at Suzuka. Mike of Sim Racing 604 gave me the idea to do this whether he meant to or not, and while it's probably been done to death, it seemed like a fun idea. I chose Suzuka as the test circuit for two simple reasons. First of all, as my level of practice is now, it's probably my best circuit. Secondly, I think it's a great test of chassis balance in turns 1, turns 2, and spoon, dynamics in the S's, and overall performance everywhere else. The rules are pretty simple. No traction control, 10 liters of fuel, and the best of 3 hot laps following some practice is the lap that sticks. I've left timestamps in the description for various points in this video. Feel free to use them if you just want to get on with it. Let's introduce the bachelorettes first. The Ferrari, like the others, is a very powerful hybrid. We're talking 8 Toyota Prius is powerful. Unlike the others though, the electric boost is always on, quite like if the curves button was held down on Fernando's F138. It's powered by a 6.3 liter V12 with an electric motor on the crank, giving a maximum output of 949 horsepower. The lightweight tub of carbon with 4 wheels bolted on has a curb weight of 1,585 kilograms. This gives a power-to-weight ratio of 599 horsepower per ton, and don't forget the downforce that the underbody active aero can produce. The Porsche 918 is a bit of a technological beast. 4-wheel steering, multiple electric motors, liquid-cooled batteries, and enough processing power and computer control systems to run crisis. The 918 Spyder is powered by a complex system comprised of a 4.6-liter V8 augmented by an electric motor powering the rear axle, and another electric motor on the front axle giving a rather controllable 4-wheel drive system. The 918 is the heaviest of the three with a curb weight of 1,634 kilograms, and a total power output of 887 horsepower, giving a power-to-weight ratio of 542 horsepower per ton. Lastly, we have the McLaren P1. Its advanced composite chassis is the lightest of the three, and it has a trick suspension setting to boot. The 1,547 kilogram lightweight of the trio features a 3.8 liter twin turbocharged V8. Like the LaFerrari, it is rear-wheel drive only with an electric motor augmenting power for a maximum output of 903 horsepower. The McLaren has the second highest power-to-weight ratio at 584 horsepower per ton. It's also very orange. Now that they've been introduced, let's get on with some hot laps. Let's start with the last and most disappointing. The 918 drove like it was broken. At completely random times for seemingly no reason, the car would do the weirdest things. Chris Harris had similar things to say about the real car, opting to keep all of the electronic systems on because it worried him, and even then the real 918 did some really goofy things. I really love a challenging car to drive, but this is hard for all the wrong reasons and it ends up just being frustrating. I really do apologize if I've offended any 918 fans, but
no sir, I didn't like it.
She looks gorgeous, and she sounds real nice, but she's very drunk and trying too hard to dance. The second fastest bit of alien space technology was the Ferrari. On corner entry it really resisted trail braking in typical Ferrari fashion, and thus understeered into the next province. Adjusting my driving style to coast into mid-corner speed helped the balance of the car a lot and really let its active aero shine. On corner exit it was more of a handful than the P1 or the 918, but the steering was so communicative it practically drove itself no matter the slip angle. Get the LaFerrari under control and it rockets out of the corners faster than the P1 and the 918 thanks to its insane power-to-weight ratio. It might not be the winner, but I really think it was the most fun to drive, and the feeling through the wheel was fantastic. That sort of high-caster 458 or 488 kind of fantastic. You know what I mean. Lastly, the winner, and only just, was the McLaren P1. Even without traction control, the grip at the rear end was limitless. I really had to try and break the rear end loose. Even smashing the throttle like a Neanderthal would produce no more than a little wiggle at the rear axle. Even though it may have felt slow compared to the more dynamic Ferrari and Porsche, it was really overall a much faster package. It was the easiest car of the three to drive by a long shot, and the only one that behaved when I really pushed it into turns 1 and 2. The thing is, my best lap wasn't that great, and it'll go quite a bit quicker. That McLaren is nuts. I'd like to know which of these 3 cars is your favorite, and if I've offended you with my 918 comments, let me know. That's it for now, and thanks for watching.